We live in a world ruled by tyranny, where knowledge is suppressed and ignorance is glorified. A world where propaganda and misinformation travel the airways at the speed of lies. But in the midst of the violence and chaos, a great awakening is taking place. And as the media empires continue to collapse, a new network is forming. A network of truth. A network of courage. A network of awareness. Peace and greetings. You are now tuned into the Network of Awareness podcast radio station, where we examine current events, politics, health, finance, and topics of cultural relevance in America and throughout the world, while bringing you insightful interviews with guests that will both educate and inspire you. And now, your host of the Network of Awareness podcast radio station, ORRA the Informationalist.
Nothing like this.
Just tell me what's happening to me in plain English without the mumbo jumbo. How you doing? How you doing?
My aura is a network full of awareness and gifts like ORRA, the Informationalist.
Peace and greetings, people. Welcome to the live broadcast on Most High Monday of the Network of Awareness. It is Monday, February 27th, and boy, did February go by fast. It's approximately 8:06 a.m. here in the Sunshine State of Florida in the Tampa Bay area. Broadcasting out of St. Petersburg, Florida, baby. And welcome to all my peoples from around the world tuning into the live broadcast. To my peoples out in the UK, my peoples out in the United States, Canada, and everywhere else. And if you don't get to tune into the live broadcast, either way, download the show. Make sure to leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Podchaser. Please leave a review. It only helps the podcast grow. And make sure to download the show first and foremost. And all praises to the Most High for waking me up today to give you this live broadcast. And we're going to get into this show today. This is an installment of the Science Appliance Series called Cuckoo for Corona Puffs Virus. And we're going to go over some of the latest news updates in regards to the mask mandates, the death stick serum updates with the new innovative pills that they have that are hitting the market fast. And this whole red pill mumbo jumbo bullshit, controlled opposition tactics and propaganda that they're pushing. One in particular is this SNL Woody Harrelson thing that he did on SNL. I'm going to talk about just more controlled opposition. I'm really getting tired of this red pill propaganda. You know, my podcast is probably considered a red pill propaganda podcast, which if I didn't have the Network of Awareness, I would call it the Red Pill Propaganda Podcast. Let's go. So, brothers and sisters, in this faith and truth and awareness, I welcome you to the Network of Awareness, Cuckoo for Corona Puffs Virus. This is an update and an installment of the Science Appliance Series. So, with that being said, let's get this show started right. And let's get it started quickly. Shall we?
You are now tuned in to the network of awareness.
All right, let me shut my phone off because the text messages are flowing through. So I don't want you to be bombarded with the phone going off every 10 seconds. So give me 1 second to do that. Yeah, my apologies, people. I should have did that a while ago. But welcome to the Network of Awareness podcast radio show on this Most High Monday. If you are joining this live broadcast, which I know many of you are, welcome, brothers and sisters, to Most High Monday. All praises. So let's get right into it. First, I'll give you the more not so serious but serious story, and what I mean by that is the Woody Harrelson blows up on SNL with Gaga 19 anti-science appliance conspiracy theory during his monologue. All right. Now, for those of you that are new to the podcast, there's a reason why I don't use the actual words like the anti-V and the C virus, and that's why I call it Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs virus, because what I've realized is that based on some past and recent experiences, every single marketing campaign that I've hired as far as marketing agency that basically does campaigning for podcasters to generate more downloads, more followers, more reviews, and such and such. Okay. I've used 3 separate companies, and for some reason, not any one of them can get the network of awareness marketing campaign to work for some reason. And they do everything in their power. And, and it's nothing against them because, shout outs to the marketing agencies that I did hire, because they're just trying to do what they do. And for some reason, they don't have an answer as to why my podcast is not growing through these marketing campaigns that seem to work for everybody else and their mother. But for some reason, your brother ORRA can't get 1 extra download or follower through these marketing campaigns for some odd reason. So I'm going to do a lot of interviews on other people's podcasts. You're going to see me interviewing all these people that have been wanting to get onto my show that I've been procrastinating on just because I've been doing other things, and things that I don't regret doing, because when it comes to helping my brothers and sisters in this truth and in this faith, that's what I'm going to do. But now it's time to really hone down on marketing for this podcast. And I strongly suggest if you've been listening to this podcast anywhere around the world and you truly appreciate my content, I ask you to be a little bit more proactive in supporting this network, because it seems to be and what I mean by supporting, let me be specific. Download the show, download it on your computer, on your devices, whatever you can do. Also, leave reviews on the show, whether it be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you can leave a review, like it on Spreaker. I have a lot of people that listen to me on Spreaker, but they never like the show. It's only a few people. And I don't know if that's because people forget, but there's a heart symbol on there. Press it. Same thing with Apple. Like it. Leave a review. But you got to do a scroll to the bottom of the podcast where it says reviews. Click on the write a review button and write a review, because if that doesn't happen, the show doesn't grow, and it's really hard to build it up. Now, one thing I'm going to be start doing is I'm going to start going on other people's podcasts, which was suggested to me almost 2 years ago. And because I did not listen and take the proper counsel, this is where we're at. Now, I'm going to do everything in my power to grow this podcast because I put a lot of time and effort into it. But I just find it interesting that, and this is what I was bringing this topic up in the first place. See, my whole thing is, for the purpose of the podcast, is to bring about awareness, not just with what people are doing and contributing to society and culture and social sciences, because those are my main categories in podcasting. Social sciences is all about us coming together in this understanding of what the Most High is revealing to us every single day, which the demonic forces that shouldn't be, that are controlling this entire world, that many of you have now starting to believe to be true. Because 10, 15, 20 years ago, a lot of people didn't think that there were demonic evil forces running the world. But more people started to realize that, hey, this is a reality, and it's being put right in front of your face every single day. And all praises for the internet, because even though Satan is the prince of the power of the air, it doesn't negate the fact that the Most High is in control of everything. And because of that, things are being revealed on this internet that is quite amazing, that we did not have access to so readily 25 years ago, 20 years ago. But here we are. And for those that don't know, we are in the days and the times of revelations, as is written in the scriptures, also known as the Bible, which is a library of books of our true history, according to the word of our great creator, that which is the Heavenly Father. Some people call him the Most High. Some people call him Yahweh, Elohim. Some people call him God. Whatever it is that you're calling the great creator of all that is and ever will be, understand that that great creator does exist. And it's being shown to us because the evil exists, and the evil is ever so present. So if the evil is so present, then it must be because they're trying to stop everything that is pure and righteous and good. They're trying to get you to not believe in what you truly are, which is a spiritual being having a physical experience. So with that being said, let's get into it. Woody Harrelson blows up on SNL with COVID anti-Gaga conspiracy theory during monologue. Okay. Now, I'm going to read some of this article because Woody Harrelson is an actor, people. He's an actor. What does that mean? That means he gets paid a shitload of money to pretend to be something he's not. I'm going to say it again. What is an actor? It's a person who gets paid a shitload of money, a shitload, not a little load, a shitload of money to pretend to be something that they are not. Well, Uncle ORRA, why? Why did he get paid a shitload of money? Because that's what they have to get paid a shitload of money, because there's a big time investment to keep the veil over your eyes. There's a big time investment to keep you consumed in the legacy of lies. Because if you're not consumed in this legacy of lies, then the lie can't continue to persist. And we can't be deaf, dumb, and blind walking around here like robots and, in our flip-flops, worrying about the most frivolous, dumbest shit that you could possibly think of from day to day. Because if we was really understanding what's going on, we would stop thinking about those things and start coming together as a human society, as spiritual beings, having a physical experience, coming together in what's right, coming together in righteousness, and following the true laws and statutes that were given to us a long, long time ago, and that were made to be an example by the heavenly Messiah. But hey, I'm just a messenger. You can take what I say as if it's mumbo jumbo, but the proof is in the pudding. Now, first of all, SNL, just to let you know, SNL is it's a propaganda show. It's a show that alters your state of looking at things, your perceptions, and it does it in a comical way. Now, in my opinion, I haven't seen SNL in a long time. But one thing that I've realized back in the days is that SNL used to actually be funny back in the days. Those days of like Eddie Murphy and Will Ferrell and all that. But after all of that stuff, it just got really whack. The new comedians that are on there are garbage. Like, it reminds me of the music industry. It's like 90s hip hop to this new age depression music. It's not even hip hop, depression music, your pharmaceutical music. So, or what I call the antidepressant music. But that's where we're at right now. So you have an actor like Woody Harrelson, who was 61 years old. He hosted the show, and he was criticized for his statements during his opening monologue. And I've said this to you over and over again, brothers and sisters. You don't think that this is rehearsed? You don't think that if he was saying something that was completely left and that was going to be so controversial that it can actually wake people up? You think that they would allow him to do this? Absolutely not. It's the same thing when they had Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, or whoever else they have on there. It's always propaganda, and it's always controlled opposition. It's a mixture of both, to be honest with you. All right. And if you don't know what controlled opposition is, I've covered it plenty of times. And of course, you can always Google it, Google anything, right? So it says actor Woody Harrelson delivered a bizarre Gaga-19 or Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs virus V conspiracy during this weekend episode of Saturday Night Live. Harrelson, 61, who hosted the show, made the statement during his opening monologue in this fifth time on stage. So it's his fifth time. Okay. Fifth time. He began to share his story with the audience about the craziest script that he had ever read before the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs 19 pandemic, but got distracted by mentioning a lot of other details like smoking weed and what kind of tree he was sitting under. So the movie goes like this, Harrison finally said. The biggest drug cartels in the world got together to buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes. And people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over. See, what they do is they give you the truth. Satan has to give you the truth, but he does it in a very cunning way, right? He does it in a cunning way because why? Because he is the master of deception, and he gets great praise for being a master of deception by his little cronies and little followers and venerators. He goes on to say, he continued, I threw the script away. I mean, who was going to believe that crazy idea? Exactly. Who's going to believe that crazy idea? Because most people in this world, most people in the United Shenanigans of America don't believe that there's any shenanigans in America. They think that this place is the greatest place in the world. They think this is so wonderful. They think that we have freedom, liberty, prosperity in this country that's on lockdown and has been on lockdown for many, many years. Because even though we are not physically shackled and bonded into submission, you know what they have us shackled? Our minds. And it's better to have the mind shackled than the body. Because if you have the body shackled up, you can still think. You know how many guys are in prison right now that can still think? They actually can think better because they don't have anything interfering. All they got is time to think and exercise. And they formulate plans. At least the ones that are, wanting to change their life around, they formulate a plan to be better. And most of the time, if they read their scriptures and they open their spirit up to the Most High, to allow the Most High to guide them through the Messiah, anything is possible. But see, most of us here, we only pray to God when things are bad. It's like you're about to die. The plane looks like it's about to go down. It's like, please God, don't let the plane go down. Stuff like that. Or when you got too high. I know it's happened to me in the past when I remember I got in a little too high sometimes on some drugs, and I was just praying. Like, please don't let me die, Most High. Please. I'm going to stop. See, we like to look to what is good and righteous when it's convenient. And that's one of the reasons why our minds are imprisoned. Why? Because just like back in the days with all the different emperors in Rome and in Greece and in Egypt, what did they used to do? They used to just give the people wine and beer. Yes, I said beer because beer did exist in Egypt. That's where it actually started. And they just give them bread and food and just keep them drunk all day, watching people get killed and entertainment. It's no different today. It is no different today. It is the same caca, same shit, different toilet, but it is the same shit. And because of that, you have a situation now where their minds are imprisoned. Their minds are locked down into the most dumbest stuff ever. Narcissism is on the rise. And it's not even so much narcissistic abuse. It's just narcissism. It's just people with the whole self-worship movement. The whole self-worship movement is astounding. So let's continue with this article. All right. right? Because I just wanted to say that because this is something important to understand, that until you start seeing things for what they truly are, instead of accepting what you are being told that they are, it's going to be quite liberating, and you're going to feel a whole sense of true freedom to be able to think for yourself. And that's the problem, is that most people are not thinking for themselves. So they're not free from anything. They're not even aware of what's going on around them until it's too late, And there's certain things that we can prepare for and be aware of. And then there's certain things that we can be aware of, but never be prepared for, because it's up to the Most High to decide how it's going to go down. And all we could do is make sure that we living right, so that when these things do happen, we know that we did all that we could the right way instead of the wrong way or no way at all. So he gave this monologue, right? So he goes, so the movie goes like this, people. Harrison finally says, okay, so I read that already. My apologies, but I'm going to read it again. The biggest drug cartels in the world got together to buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes. And people can only go out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over and over and over again. He continued, I threw the script away. I mean, who's going to believe that crazy idea, huh? Everybody was probably clapping, when he did that nonsense. As soon as, like, every time he made a joke, it was like, and then people just started clapping, right? Because that's what they do. So after his monologue, many viewers took to social media to blast him for the joke. Blast him. Oh, yeah, let's blast Woody Harrelson. I just read Woody Harrelson's monologue. One person tweeted, I guess I'm not a good sport anymore because I don't feel like anti-V jokes are funny while we lost a good chunk of Americans due to stupid people spreading it to others. Can't make this shit up. Stupid people spreading it to others. Spreading what? Spreading a cold? A mild flu to other people? Come on now. You see, but it's these types of statements that you think that this person is woke. This person's not woke. This person is the joke. The joke is on this person that wrote this tweet, because there was nothing spread. And I'm going to go over some mask mandates too, by the way. So buckle up, because let me tell you something. Wearing masks was such a waste of time. And I'm so grateful for Ron the Don DeSantis out here in Florida. It was like, come on now, stop wearing these stupid masks, please. Enough is enough. And I was like, yes, Ron. Go, Ronnie. Ron, please do not try to go for presidency. I don't want to see you as the president, because they might sniper you, bro. They might sniper you. Just stay governor, bro. Keep it simple. So this person said that we're spreading it to others. You know what's being spread as a toxin? Those 72 toxins and pathogens, because now you got people walking around like pathogens. When I go out to eat, people, I like to eat outside. That's why, when I was going out with Brother Dawad to go eat, I'm like, let's go outside and eat, please. Let's just go outside. I personally, and you call me paranoid, whatever you want, but I've done so much research and I've experienced so much that it's like, when you know, and you stick to what you know. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, baby. And what I understand is that there is something called shedding. That's what's spreading amongst people. Shedding. And now, let's not even talk about how you have all these toxic fumes in the air that's going to get people sick. People are going to be coming out with all different types of cancers in this next following year. Wait for it. It's coming. These people are wicked. I'm talking about the powers that shouldn't be. They are wicked on steroids, people. And it's time to wake up. Here goes another one in the article. Another agreed writing. Read Woody Harrelson and pound SNL. Whenever anyone spews anti-V stupidity, I always think of the countless videos of traumatized, crying doctors and nurses and hospital workers who were climbing over bodies in COVID's early days. So yeah, fuck Woody Harrelson. Okay, all right. You really think that these doctors are traumatized? These doctors are driving Bugattis after a year's worth of time of getting paid out the ass for basically continuing to treat, or should I say to defeat people spiritually, to take them out. These people were contributing to genocide. That's what they were doing. They were contributing to genocide. Fuck these doctors and nurses. Fuck them all. That's what I say. They're going to have a lot to answer for when it comes time for judgment. Because you know why? Because a lot of them, if not all of them, knew what they were doing. They knew it. And salute to all the doctors that got their license taken away, and the nurses. Salute to you for telling the truth and for standing up for your brothers and sisters. Because you don't think these doctors know what they're doing? They know what's up. They know that when one of your family members passes away because they gave them some type of cocktail to put them to sleep forever, or to put them into cardiac arrest, or put them on a ventilator that collapsed their lungs, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And listen, and I'm saying this message to YouTube because this is going to go out on YouTube. I have it on autopilot to go out to YouTube. There's nothing that I'm saying here that's false. Okay? So your community guidelines is what's false. Period. I'm so tired of these social media networks. I'm so tired of it. And because I'm so tired of it, I'm going to probably just have to do my podcast and be on Rumble and start doing, and by the way, I already have my Patreon page for those of you know. But I'm going to start putting more content as far as videos to describe a lot of this on my Patreon page. And everything's going to be subscription based, and it's not going to be a lot of money. So if you want great content that's also entertaining for you people that like to be entertained, wait till I put out, reorganize my Patreon to have video, because it only has audio. So that's what I was doing. I put audio on that I can't discuss on the social media networks on my Supercast and on my Patreon. But I'm going to focus on Patreon because I could put video on Patreon. I can't put video on Supercast, unfortunately. It's all audio. But that's what I'm going to focus on. And yeah, I'm going to charge. It ain't going to be a lot, but I need to, because it takes time and effort, and we need to keep the bills paid. But listen, it's well worth it, because a lot of people have been telling me, go to Rumble. And I've been procrastinating, but I'm going to go to Rumble and Patreon because I got I've developed a lot of videography skills in the past 3 years, a lot. And it's time to put them to full use instead of putting them into sporadic use like I've been doing, and providing services for people here and there. It's time to go full blown, like all out, because the time is nigh. Time is nigh. We never know when the shit is going to hit the fan where everything comes crumbling down like a house of cards. So let's continue. It says someone else joked on Twitter. It looks like let's see what they say. It looks like Woody Harrelson announced his retirement last night. Announced his retirement last night. How convenient. So now when you speak, see, this is the thing. He's not going to retire. He's not going to retire at all. You got to understand, these people are paid to do this stuff. This is what you call controlled opposition. It also says, however, others praised him for the rant, like Twitter's owner Elon Musk, another controlled oppositioner. Listen, this man is going to put brain chips in your brain. He wants to put a chip in your brain. Okay, enough said. He wrote in response to the post, so based. Nice work. Of course, nice work. Because people got to think that now that you own Twitter, that you just about freedom, prosperity, and about the truth, because you love the Most High, right? Singer 5 times August tweeted in his defense, typing, Woody Harrelson just told the entire country on live TV exactly what happened over the last 3 years, and people still like, yeah, right, never gonna happen. Anti-V conspiracy theory garbage. Facts. Salute to you, Singer 5 times. Because that's exactly what was the purpose for it. Because people are dumb. People are stupid. People are dumb. When I go out, people stare at me a lot. I don't know. The people say it's because you got the light of the, you got that spirit of Christ, that light of the Most High in you. Maybe so. I don't know. I'm not going to claim that I have anything. Do I have that spirit that I strive for to be like and every single day and to be in repentance while doing it? Absolutely. Do I do a lot of righteous deeds for my brothers and sisters? Am I charitable? Absolutely. Can I be better? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, when I'm out here in the world, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really like being out here, but I have to go out. I can't stay stuck in my house all day. That's one thing I started doing now. Now that I got rid of the narcissistic demon that I was sleeping with, I'm a lot better now. But I'll be honest with you, like, not that I'm unempathetic, because I have a lot of empathy for the world. I have a lot of love. But it's just amazing sometimes where I have to battle that spirit of just being like so irritated by the incompetence that is saturating the very fabric of American society, where it's just like, it's so egoically driven that people just don't care. They just want to be entertained and have fun. That's it. That's all they care about. They're not thinking about doing right by others. They're not thinking that there is a demonic presence ever so present working to destroy them little by little. They don't care. That's why this statement is so accurate, because people, it's happening right in front of their face and they still can't embrace this truth. They still can't see it for what it is. They're still thinking that when their uncle or father or grandfather took the damn death stick and then took the rooster to support it, and then right after they take the rooster, a week later, they have a heart attack. Or better yet, when the 14-year-old that never had any complications with a damn thing all of a sudden has myocarditis and might possibly die and can't play sports no more. And the freaking mother's like, oh, my son just got sick all of a sudden, not realizing that, hey, your son just took that damn death stick last week. There's people walking around here like this. Put your mask on. Put your mask on. Put it over your face. Can you cover your nose? You have it under your nose, please put it over your nose. I had a dude tell me that one time when this whole shenanigans was going on out here in Florida. And I went into Guitar Center to go look at some microphones and some equipment. And the guy was, I had the mask just under the bridge of my nose, covering my mouth. Because I like to breathe. Sorry. I like to live. So he looks at me. He's like, hey, dude, hey, can you just lift your mask up a little bit, please? And I'm like, for what? This is when I was more confrontational. I got to admit that, I've been less confrontational these days. All praises to the Most High for that. But I was like, for what? And he was like, no, just so, to keep everybody safe, including me. I was like, so what are you saying? I'm infected with something? He's like, no, I'm just, just to be responsible. So I looked at him just because I didn't want to make a scene and possibly have the police call on me, which would have happened. I looked at him. I said, dude, really? No problem, bro. And then he was like, how can I help you? I said, you can't. I said, I'm just going to look for myself. I was so disgusted. This is what I battle with every day when I deal with the stupidity and the idiocracy out here. And then, of course, they're looking at me like, oh, he thinks he's better than me. You think you're so smart. No, I don't. But guess what? I'm still breathing. I'm still giving all praises. I'm still living. I still got my brain. I can think for myself. I'm not going to go into a line and make sure that I step on the little boxes that are on the floor that says, wait here. You're not going to see me doing that. No, thank you. So speaking about these drugs that Woody Harrelson so eloquently explained on SNL, talking about the drugs that they want you to take over and over again. Let's talk about that, okay? And let me pull it up here because when we're talking about these drugs, I have an article here. that is going to discuss that, okay? And we're going to go into some other things here too, because there's so much to cover. So we're going to cover this real quick about the drugs when it comes to the pill, okay? So Japan's Shigenogi sees GACA-19 pill reaping $2 billion in annual sales upon U.S. approval. Sounds like a lot of people are going to be doing what Woody Harrelson said, taking them over and over and over again, until you pass away with a heart attack. So it says Tokyo, Japan's Shionogi and company believes its GACA-19 pill will easily be a gamer. U.S. $2 billion in annual sales if it secures U.S. approval, which the company expects to receive in late 2024. Its chief executive said Escova, a protease inhibitor, did I read that? Yeah. Oh, wow, man. Some of these terms they come up with. A protease inhibitor like the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs 19 treatment developed by Pfizer and Merck and Company. Okay. So very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. So let's go into this article real quick and I'll read to you the latest, greatest propaganda. So it says that CEO Isawa Teshagori said that the drug, seen as the biggest of heavy bets by Shionogi on pandemic-related treatments, could be approved in South Korea and China as early as next month. While Xgova came later to the market than Shionogi initially hoped for after Japanese regulators twice requested more data, the company says interim results of a study suggest taking the pill could lessen a patient's chances of developing long Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs 19. Interesting. Quote, if you kill the Cocoa Puffs virus fast enough and sharp enough and lower the probability of long GACA-19, that our hypothesis, but we need to prove that, Teshagori said in an interview. Competing drugs are also under the microscope for the potential to deliver similar outcomes, according to one study by the Veterans Affairs of St. Louis healthcare system. Pfizer's antiviral drug, Palovit, I love that name, Palovit, cuts the risk of developing many long Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff symptoms. Shionogi sold 2 million courses of Xgova taken once daily for 5 days to the Japanese government last year for a whopping 100 billion yen. Jefferies analyst Stephen Barker estimates, however, that only about 11,000 courses of Xgova are being consumed each month in Japan. Shionogi is hoping for Xgova sales of around 1 billion to 12 billion this year. Teshagori said he expects the U.S. to approve of the drug could only come by the winter of 2024, pending a late-stage trial funded in part by the National Institutes of Health. Whew. I tell you, people, this year is going to be a doozy. This year is going to be a doozy, as it has been already, hasn't it? I mean, literally, has it not been a doozy? It's been one to remember already, and we're just in the beginning. We're just about to get over with February tomorrow. It also says that he goes, this is Teshagori saying, quote, I think 2 billion out of the GACA-19 market is not very difficult. He said, basing his estimate on Pfizer forecast for more than 20 billion in Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff sales related in 2023. Interesting. Shionogi, a specialist drug maker for infectious disease such as HIV and influenza, has plowed about 80% of its research and development budget on coronavirus treatments in recent years. and recombinant protein-based Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs V has been submitted for approval in Japan. The shot is being retooled for the Omicron variant, and the nasally inhaled version is also in the works. Boy, they want to just get you all types of way. They want to put it in your butt, up your nose, in your ears, in your eyes, into your mouth, under your armpit, however they could get it to you. They just want to do it, okay? They just want to do it. Then they're going to start having a Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff baths. It says that, but nearly all Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs inoculations in Japan have been with messenger RNA type V's. The government has canceled orders for tens of millions of shots developed by AstraZeneca and Novavax, clouding prospects for the non-mRNA shots such as Shinogi's. The company's heavy investment in Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs projects has led to concern among analysts that his mainline drug pipeline is stagnating. He goes on to say, quote, I have no regrets, Teshigori said, adding that the expectations among shareholders and the public has demanded that Shinogi devote its resources to fighting Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. 19. Now, let's go to another topic here when it comes to the death sticks and how the death sticks are operating. So it says FDA authorizes combination flu and Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs test for home use. It says the Food and Drug Administration on Friday approved the first combination test for flu and Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs that can be used at home, giving consumers an easy way to determine if runny noses caused by either disease. Oh, man. These people's propaganda is getting so weak, man. Oh, boy. This is what happens. And if you're somebody that's in the faith and in this truth, don't be mad at yourself when you go outside and you do this. Because you should. I mean, it's madness. It's madness out here. So let's continue. Now, I'm going to read the last sentence. It said, at least half of the sentence. It said, can be used at home, giving consumers an easy way to determine if a runny nose is caused by either disease. Well, I got a runny nose right now. I wonder if I have Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Maybe I should go get the test so I can bring it home and then go to my doctor and get the Cuckoo Cocoa for Puffs, satanic Science Appliance Serum. So then that way my family could be mourning my death by next month. And they're going to be like, oh, ORRA must have had an asthma attack, or his allergies to the dog, Link, killed him. His dog killed him. And then everybody's going to say, oh, my dog, Link, you killed your daddy, Link. You killed him. Then my dog's going to be all sad, looking out the window, waiting for me to come home, which I never will. Let me take a deep breath before I continue. The Lucera Gaga 19 and flu home test, which can be purchased without a prescription. Oh, wonderful. Oh, it's interesting, right? It's interesting how we live in the most greediest freaking country in the world when it comes to healthcare. The greediest. Yes, I said it. And this is coming from a person who was in the healthcare industry as far as insurance for over 15 years, brothers and sisters. So I know what I'm talking about. I'm not no spring chicken to this shit. And throughout my 15 years, or my 15-year, if you want to even call it a career in insurance, when it comes to healthcare and supplemental and life and all of that, it's interesting how when all of this came out, everything's free. Matter of fact, not only is it free, here's a burger, here's a fries, here's a new car, here's a chance to win $1 million. Here's another $100 $100 towards your savings bond. Hey, here's a Philly cheesesteak. Hey, I'm going to give you sports tickets to your favorite team. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer. Just take it. Just take it. It says that uses self-collective nasal swab samples, aka nanodust technology, delivers results in about 30 minutes. An agency said while at home, Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff tests are readily available. This Let's read the full article because that was just a snippet. That was just a snippety snap. Okay, we're gonna read the full article here because I bet you it gets even worse. So let's get rid of this damn thing right here. It says while at home, Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff tests are readily available. This is the first home test for influenza A and B, commonly known as the flu. The test was granted as an emergency use authorization, which facilitates availability of medical countermeasures, end quote, during public health emergencies. So let me get this straight. You're going to give me a test that's combined in one. So if I have one or the other, which the test is really not going to determine which one it is, right? Because basically, if I have a runny nose and I test positive for either the flu or for something else, then what's going to be the next course of measure or the next course of action, I should say? What's going to be the next course of action? I'm assuming that I'm going to have to go see a doctor, which I strongly suggest that if you are going to go see one, you better be very on who you go see, right? So you're putting a 2-in-1. So it's a double whammy for a double jibbity jammy. Okay, let's continue here because this gets even better. It says Jeff Shuren, director of the FDA's Center for Disease and Radiological Health, called the authorization a major milestone in bringing greater consumer access to the diagnostic tests that can be performed entirely at home. The agency said the test is for individuals with signs of symptoms consistent with a respiratory tract infection and said it can be used on children as young as 2 years old, with adults collecting the samples. Wow. People, wake up, wake up. Operation Depop is in full effect. It recommends that the tests are reported to healthcare providers and cautions that there is a risk of false positive. Oh, a risk of false positive and negative results. So not only can you have a false positive result, you can have a false negative result. And in my opinion, I think that all results are false negative, if that even makes any sense. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm telling you. It's a sad day in America, people, on this Most High Monday. Sad day. But all praises, we woke up. So it recommends that tests be reported to healthcare providers and cautions that there is a risk of false positive and negative results. Quote, individuals who test negative and continue to experience symptoms of fever, cough, or shortness of breath may still have a respiratory infection and should seek follow-up care with their healthcare providers, end quote, the agency said. Bingo, bango. Enough said right there, right? A whole lot said right there. What did I say? I said, I'm not going to assume, right? But hey, they said it, not me. I was just giving you an opinion. But this is coming directly from the FDA, YouTube. Just to let y'all know, YouTube. I'm reading from the FDA, YouTube. Citing the impact of COVID and RSV, another respiratory infection, the FDA said it recognizes the benefit that home testing can provide and would work to increase the number of tests available. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you, FDA. Y'all so wonderful, man. I'm glad that we have the Food and Drug Administration looking out for our best interests. Wonderful. Thank you. Appreciate you so much, man. Let's give them a round of applause, the FDA. They're doing such a great job for Operation Deeper Up. Where's my round of applause here? Oh, here we go. On to the next one. On to the next latest, greatest propagandizement. Amid, let's look at this. It says, amid new report on Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff's origins, investigations continue into two main theories. Theories. Okay, this sounds interesting. The United States Energy Department reportedly said it believes that the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs virus was most likely the result of a lab leak in China. Whoa, wow. Captain Obvious in the house. This is summary by the Ground News, by the way. It says the view of the Energy Department, which oversees a network of national labs, was reported Sunday by the Wall Street Journal. The White House's National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, said in an appearance on CNN on Sunday that he could not confirm or deny the journal's reports. All right. Can't confirm or deny. I got it. All right. So, I'm not going to read the ABC News. Let's read an article from The Perfect Enemy. So this is an article from The Perfect Enemy, and it states, amid new report on Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs origins, investigation continues into two main theories. ABC News as well. So it says, while no confirmed conclusion has yet been made amongst health and government officials as to where Cuckoo Cocoa Puffs came from, the U.S. Energy Department has now reported and indicated believes that the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs was most likely a result of a lab leak in China, along with a natural human exposure to an infected animal. The view of the Energy Department, which oversees a network of national labs which conduct bio research, was based on a classified intelligence report, but has not been confirmed by ABC News. People who read the report said assessment was with low confidence, according to the journal, referring to the lowest of 3 confidence intervals in the intelligence community. Wonderful. In the latest development in the ongoing work in the U.S. and internationally to both trace back the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in order to hold on any responsible parties to account and to understand its inception in order to prevent the next pandemic. But with no smoking gun and limited access to raw data, discussions of the science has played out in a haze of circumstantial evidence. Oh, a haze? A haze, also known as a fog. Okay. So you still can't get it together, right? We're still in the confused state and not really understanding everything that's going on 3 years now. But yet you guys are still telling us to take your drugs. All right. But you still can't seem to lock down its origins and all of that. But everything else you got covered. Okay. Great job. At the same time, the virus origins have become contentious, wedged issue at home, while the Chinese government vehemently denies Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs could have come from one of its labs in Wuhan. Nurse Joan Punge Wright dawns her isolation groans in the hallways inside the ICU at Providence St. Jude Medical Center Christmas Day on January 25th of 2020 in Fullerton, California. And the image was provided by Francine Orr from the Los Angeles Times via Getty Images. A spokesperson for the Energy Department did not comment Sunday on the journal's article, but said in a statement to ABC News that the department continues to support the thorough, careful, and objective work of our intelligence professionals in investigating the origins of Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, as the president directed. A spokesperson for the House Oversight Committee said in their own brief statement that the Office of the Director of National Intelligence has provided a response to Oversight Committee Chairman James Conner and the Select Subcommittee Chairman Brad Wenstrup's February 13th letter requesting information information about the origins of Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and we are reviewing the classified information provided. The White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan on Sunday that he could have not confirmed or denied the journal's report, but right now there is not a definitive answer from the intelligence community on where Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs started. Some elements of the intelligence community have reached conclusions on one side, some on the other. A number of them has said they just don't have enough information to be sure. And Jake Sullivan said, here's what I can tell you. President Joe Geriatric Biden has directed repeatedly every element of our intelligence community to put effort and resources behind getting to the bottom of this question. Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. If we gain any further insider information, we will share it with Congress and we will share it with the American people. Of course you will, Jake. The White House declined on Sunday to say if Biden had been briefed on the Energy Department's view, referring to Sullivan's comments. How wonderful. Thanks, Joe. Okay. So last but not least, I did tell you that I was going to cover an article in regards to the mask mandates, right? And let me tell you, just give me a second here because I'm going to tell you a brief little story that happened recently, okay? So this has to deal with Japan, okay, and travel when it comes to the mask mandates. So it says Japan to relax border controls for passengers from China from March 1st. So it says that Japan will ease border restrictions on passengers traveling from China starting Wednesday. Restrictions tighten in wake of Beijing's scrapping of its zero Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs policy. Testing upon arrival in Japan will change to a random sampling of up to 20% of a flight's passengers. Wow. It sucks to be you if you're in that 20%. Regulation on the number of airports open to direct arrivals from China currently limited to Narita and Haneda. Wow. Unbelievable. Or should I say believable these days. So people, the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs conspiracy continues. Okay. And I'm going to read to you one more article before we play some music. It says Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs virus cases trend down in state, but increase in Attleboro area. The number of Cuckoo Cocoa Puffs virus cases statewide continue a downward trend in the week ending February 23rd, but the rate climbed in area communities. Wow. How convenient. So this is the North Star reporter. So let's read the full article here. In Attleboro, dog breeder releases book on Cavalier care. Okay. So it says for 30 years, Christine Vitolo has bred Cavalier King Charles dog's business, blah, blah, blah. What does this have to do with, I don't understand. They're saying that this has to do with Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Now you bringing the dogs into it? Link, they trying to attack you, bro. Not good. My dog just looked at me like, not happening. Not today, not ever. He said all praises, by the way. I'm not going to even read this article. I don't want to waste your time, people. Let's go into some music here. And as usual, we play that fire independent music. If you want your music to be played on the Network of Awareness, all you have to do is email me your music, and it's $75 for 5 radio plays consecutively, and then it stays in rotation for life. So you get pretty much after you pay your $75, you get free promotion for life on an international podcast. So all praises to the Most High in Christ. And shalom, brother Ash. Good morning, or should I say, I don't like saying morning, brother. I don't want to say good death to you. But what I will say is grand rising to you, brother. We made it. We're here. Shalom. All praises. Shout outs to all my brothers and sisters out in the UK. And I will be providing information that's going on in the UK this week too, because there's a lot going on out there that I'm going to update you brothers and sisters on. But let's get into this music. And you're tuned in to the Network of Awareness, brothers and sisters. And I'm your host, owner and founder, or the Informationalist. And I would thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to listen to me talk about how frustrated I am with the United Shenanigans of America and with all of the shenanigans going on around the world.
You are now tuned in to the Network of Awareness. To the Network of Awareness.
Let's go, brothers and sisters.
Hold on, be calm. There's a lot for you and a lot for me. Hold on, be strong. It's supposed to be, oh yes indeed. This world is cold and it's cursed, ain't no fixing that. This world is sold for the gold, I ain't feeling that. I'd rather wait on Elohim, on King of Kings, who fills my life with better things.
My brother keep fighting daily. The world is mighty shady, it isn't just kinda crazy. Amazing, we still here because Abba has shed his mercy. Messiah shed his blood for us even though we ain't worthy. But the mercy, I gotta reiterate for the second time, cause if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be alive. We all been brought at a price, we should be shouting for Christ. You're the way, you're the truth, and you're the life. What would I do without you? This world, it makes me sick, but there you are to comfort me through it all. My medicine. Don't get worried or get discouraged, it's in the plan. The day will come when we won't be under curses of man. But for now, it's daily practice, dashing for that penny. The enemy's looking fast to snatch it, that's a massive win. He's laughing, grinning, racking many. I pray you don't lose it. It's the season, bigger demons. I pray that you slash your many.
Don't be calm. There's a lot for you and a lot for me. Hold on, be strong. It's close to be, oh yes indeed. This world is cold and it's cursed, ain't no fixing that. This world is sold for the gold, I ain't feeling that. I'd rather wait on Elohim, on King of Kings, who fills my life with better
Father,
things.
teach me your way so I can walk in your truth. Unite my heart to feel your name and let it straight since the youth. I never thought I'd see the day I make a change, so it's proof that your spirit alive and well. I love the fruit it produce, a living testimony. I lean on Messiah when my feet get tired. Where is words in my heart, not on my attire. This real cold, bundle up or you might expire. Learned how to trust in Elohim when my vision cloud cloudy. I know he got me, weight get heavy, he spot me. Give me strength and endurance, his word be my assurance. Don't stop walking, keep your head up, it might get tough to be strong, never give up, we at the end, it's wartime till the day is stopped. Draw your sword for the battle, can't have no souls lost. Look, we gon' keep the faith, he gon' go before us. I pray he order our steps, so we can stay the course. Yeah.
Hold on, be calm. There's a lot for you and a lot for me. Hold on, be strong. It's close to be, oh yes indeed. This world is cold and it's cursed, ain't no fixing that. This world is sold for the gold, I ain't feeling that. I'd rather wait on Elohim or King of Kings who fills my life with better things.
You are now tuned in to the network of awareness.
Yeah, we ready for war. Moving on one accord. Brethren at my side. We just gotta endure. Taking my thoughts and bringing to Christ. Throwing down imaginations. I'm just trying to stay patient. Stand fast, can't wait. Yeah, we ready for war. Moving on one accord. Brethren at my side. We just gotta endure. Dodging demons like the Matrix. I'm just trying to go home. Swore made it that truth. So I just gotta move on. Ready for war, ready for death if it go like that. So if I die, I pray that I die for the most high God. I can't turn around, I can't look back, so it's all out war. I'm seeing the path so narrow, careful to not fall. Get up for it's too late. Sun come with a blaze with a judgment. In that day won't see where the sun went all black like sackcloth and the moon blood. This is a warning to go and repent. This is a warning to seek out the Lamb. This is the point where you go and examine. Gotta stay patient, I'm looking inside. Trust the Most High with all of my life. I love all my brothers, we suffer with Christ. When it feel like death, just know that it's life. Don't give up, Christ paid that price. Don't give up, Christ paid that price. Yeah, we ready for war. Moving on one accord. Brethren at my side. We just gotta endure. Taking my thoughts and bringing to Christ. Throwing down imaginations. I'm just trying to stay patient. Stand fast, can't wait. Yeah, we ready for war. Moving on one accord. Brethren at my side. We just gotta endure. Dodging demons like the Matrix. I'm just trying to go home. Swore made it that truth. So I just gotta move on.
His wisdom was like a perfect song composed to detailed complexities, melodically making them plain. Even before the lyrics of his song dropped, I knew there was trouble on the horizon. What began as curiosity, intrigue, and guidance soon became an energy of seismic proportions, his every word reverberating through the cells and molecules of my being, sending endorphins racing to the most sensitive parts of me. Until I had no choice but to withdraw. You would think I saw the writing on the wall early on, but how could I? He wanted or asked nothing of me. In fact, I'm certain all he could see was the light of our Heavenly Father in me. So how could this be? That I've fallen in love with him? Love before he and I eventually led to the richest, most decadent cream running down my thighs, as the sting of salt and rich sweat burned my eyes, only to realize a few miscalculations I'd made as I laid there crafting my exit speech. With him? Love? It can't be, since he's never touched or even entertained anything beyond my God identity. What's even more funny is the sensual ecstasy we exchange while matching wits, leaving every moment as the perfect foundation for others that follow. Each word he shares sits in the pit of my stomach. And after every encounter, I'm left salivating, taking massive swallows to clear a space for parting words. I don't want him in the bed in my bedroom, for the bed he's made and laid me in countless times before is at the center of my mind, even better than any time a man has taken me from front, back, side, and behind. His love has never lost connection with my eyes, has never explored my thighs, never pricked at my nipples nor pearl. I'm much more to him than what I could be physically in his world. So how do I define and respond to this passion that overrides all logic? I don't want him romantically. Still, I need to know how to process this energy that I cannot contain or disrupt. I don't want to corrupt what we have. It's a value far greater than my heart's confusion. I pray this love that is deeper than I've ever dreamed possible proves to be just an illusion.
Yeah, Oxakai, ORRA, take one. There's only a mad time for this to happen. We about to hit you some bars to resonate with your soul. Bar Smiths, let's go. Let me talk my shit. American dream is nothing more but a mirage to keep you enslaved, controlled by the synagogues. They gave us a white man with blue eyes, called him God. Malcolm X started to learn before he sabotaged the truth that Muhammad Elijah was a fraud. The whole Islam nation, nothing but a facade. You industry niggas is nothing but some cheap broads. Riding them balls to Satan, giving his dick a massage. Americans Babylon, hidden the camouflage. Brotherhood recruitment and Masonic lodge. Triple scoops of the cold truth, that's how them dies. Taking shots that even Neil can't dodge. Landing the eagle, robbing you for your morals, promoting terror and evil. Heavily surveillance that every camera can see. GMO processing everything that they teach. Wicked ways to the world is here to mislead you.
Thank God I'm alive. This world's so empty, I need you with me everywhere I go. I'm fighting day by day and night. Hope you can spare my soul.
There is no world trade, now the world trades in pain. Is this an accident? It's one single and strange, we trapped in it. Perhaps a tragic tactic, the form that makes us the sanction. Internet interactions, following your bad habits. No matter how much you making, they always got their eye on it. It's evident the government don't want a peasant resident become activist artists who owns business or residence. Cause sooner or later, we're residing right next to them, controlling your next of kin, teaching them the world of sin. They only learn the worst of it, every kid will quit. With barcodes and biochips, slowly we accepting it, pretending it's benefiting. But I only wanna know what you be headed and what you're getting and selling. Cause in Armageddon, your brother is overprotected. So you always say yes to him, he wants to be respected. When our service has expired, he'll get tired and we all be irrelevant.
Thank God I'm alive. This world's so empty, I need you with me everywhere I go. I'm fighting day by day and night. Hope you can spare my soul.
Hey. On the surface he's grinding, but deep inside he's crying, trying to keep his eyes on the prize to keep the Messiah smiling. All stacked against him, he leans on Yah and not fought of violence. And when he call on Yah, Yah responds with such flawless timing. His environment's filled with zombies, it's not the brightest. Finding ways to escape this place, he gets lost with rhyming. Using his gift to uplift, but also constant reminder that somewhere someone needs his songs to give all praise to Yahweh.
Don't worry, just don't worry. Yahweh and Yahweh's gonna bring us home.
Hey, got the heart of a lion, armor all on his body. This shoot's the hardest thing ever, but still he costs the mileage. Deep in the trenches where wickedness prospers all the time. It's like the good gets punished just for doing what is smart and righteous. As the stars are aligning, Yahweh's calling his finest. All united, not divided. Tough road, but I think I'm alive.
Thank God I'm alive. This world's so empty, I need you with me everywhere I go. I'm fighting day by day and night. Hope you can spare my soul.
You are now tuned in to the network of awareness.
Just tell me what's happening to me in plain English without the mumbo jumbo. How you doing? How you doing?
Brothers and sisters, you know how we do at the Network of Awareness. Independent music, fire, independent beats, all from the creative process through the grace of the Most High. Let's go. To all my haters out in Florida and out in the Midwest especially, I love y'all. I pray for y'all. Giving all praises to the Most High.
Make sure every day you do your own research, you seek out the truth, you stand in your truth no matter what. Yeah, shalom. Let's get it. Use your own mind, be your own man. Use your third eye, gotta take a stand. Always walk by faith, fuck man what they say. Just always be you. Keep on seeking truth. I had no choice, I had to make it. All them chances I kept taking on myself. All within, higher self, I channel him. Yahweh guiding me, how can I lose these niggas fools? Taking COVID jabs, I see right past the hokey doke. This shit the joke, just keep your third eye woke. Cause they will try to sleep you, but my vibration rising higher. Gonna gliding, wings is spreading, now I'm flying. Government spying, they trying to kill you off. One by one, agenda 21, 22, they keep hiding the truth. Open up your eyes, stand in your truth. Open up your eyes, keep on being you. Open up your eyes, stand in your truth. Open up your eyes, just keep on being you. Use your own mind, be your own man. Use your third eye, gotta take a stand. Always walk by faith, fuck man what they say. Just always be you. Keep on seeking truth, growing, awaken, vibration raising. I'm flowing toxic energy, I'm shedding, seeing everything with my third eye. You can't relate if you sleep, you a sheep. You can't see what's going on in front of you. You hypnotized by the TV. This shit getting crazy, pushing agendas. The truth is constantly hitting you, forbidden from waking up anybody. When you do, they silence it. Only way to get ahead is sell your soul. Once you jump down the rabbit hole, can't turn back. Open up your eyes, stand in your truth. Open up your eyes, keep on being you. Open up your eyes, stand in your truth. Open up your eyes, just keep on being you. Use your own mind, be your own man. Use your third eye, gotta take a stand. Always walk by faith, fuck man what they say. Just always be you, keep on seeking truth. Use your own mind, be your own man. Use your third eye, gotta take a stand. Always walk by faith, fuck man what they say. Just always be you, keep on seeking truth.
Ever heard?
Attitude reflect leadership.
Attitude reflect leadership. Attitude reflect leadership. Attitude reflect leadership. Attitude reflect leadership.
You are now tuned in to the network of awareness. To the network of awareness. To the network of awareness.
I hardly ever say much, but they do whatever I say. They do whatever I say. Yeah. Every time I pull up in the driveway, she be like, oh my Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. I hardly ever say much, but they do whatever I say. Every time I pull up in the driveway, she be like, oh my Yahweh, hopscotch on your planet. Why you all up in my space? I hardly ever say much, but they do whatever I say. Yeah. Every time I pull up in the driveway,
shout out to
she be
Oklahoma,
like, oh my Yahweh,
brother Yazan.
hopscotch on your planet. Why you all up in my space? All these battles that I face, which I go proceed at a high rate. I watch them migrate and hide, cause when I rap I really hydrate. Catch a wave while you thugging out, and God is a woman, she love me wow. Make you spark your inner Noah's Ark. I got a flow that will flood your house. Every day is celebration. She roll it up, no hesitation. Sativa, I got from Shiva. Guarantee infinite elevation. There is love in the air. Release the ether, watch it linger. Middle fingers in the air. If you got a middle finger, I had to let go of the past, cause I crave a better future. Now my homegirl got an ass, and she meditate like she Buddha. She got the sauce like picante. We got the sauce like BBQ. We got the sauce like tomatoes. Escape from hell like I'm Kratos. I hardly ever say much, but they do whatever I say. Every time I pull up in the driveway, she be like, oh my Yahweh, hopscotch on your planet. Why you all up in my space? All these battles that I face, she Fetty Wap, she come my way. She swerved for me on the highway. I'm higher than life and God's ways. I'm trying to live, you a zombie. I pay my bills like I'm Cosby. I grind, kick, flippin' ollie. They witness how I be so gnarly. Back to the future like Marty. You're a slacker, McFly. My flow will approach your MK Ultra. I'm hacking your mind. Just let me be, or be left behind. Better climb your ladder. My flow antimatter. Vibrate through your spine.
Yes, all praises to the Most High and His Christ. All praises to the Messiah. All praises for that which is and always will be, baby. Let's go.
Peace, brother. I don't have a lot of time, Take. They got the dogs on me. You know, they really trying to get me to take this Science Appliance, brother. And you know I'm not doing that, man.
Oh, where you at?
Not doing it. I'm in an undisclosed location right now. Up in the nature spot near that cabin I used to go to. But they got the dogs tracking me. They got the satellites. So they eventually gonna get here. I got it barricaded, you know what I'm saying? Cause the only way I'm taking that jab is if I'm in a bag, brother. So Take, I just want to tell you this before anything else happens, and I want to get this out to you and let you know. Alright, brother Take, they're at the door. I gotta tell you, just listen, brother, just listen.
Now it's time to get out your own way. Allow Yahweh, today is your day to amaze in many ways. Cause it's just another phase in this infinite space where Yah be giving us grace. I'm working the race with diligent praise, unwavering faith. I'll be damned if I stray from Yah's will and embrace. Man sealed his fate with his ignorant ways. The world is disgraced, vibration has raised at a very fast pace. I'm present today in high frequency waves. No more being enslaved, all praise to Yahweh. A Hebrew warrior from the land of the brave. From the cradle to the grave to my very last day. Send a serpent to his cave. God favored my way, never fearful or timid. It was written and given. No religion, division can stop a messenger that's fulfilling his mission.
Things only get worse before they get better, but the storm ain't meant to last forever. Even when the light is dim, the sun finds a way to shine again. Things are getting ugly, things are getting cold, but I know it's best to stay in my zone. And I can't stop now, I can't stop now.
Hey, I can't stop and won't stop, I gotta keep propelling. Final destination is a room in the heavens. Diligence and militant, his will is my medicine. I can live without a half, but his love is my everything. COVID is on the road, got the world on its toes. So many sheep with their eyes closed. Hey sir, would you like to take the jab? Man, kiss my ass, stop living by what the news told you. You got injustice, brutality saturating the streets. Blood spilling for no reason, thanks to the police. Meanwhile, syringes are being taken with speed. Can't do it, you ain't sticking no vaccination to me. Despite all the chaos, I still manage to stay on the right path. Gotta keep my focus and my faith strong. All day long, let spiritual music play on. All the honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh.
Things only get worse before they get better, but the storm ain't meant to last forever. Even when the light is dim, the sun finds a way to shine again. Things are getting ugly, things are getting cold, but I know it's best to stay in my zone. And I can't stop now, I can't stop now.
Can't stop, I won't stop. 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 Can't stop, I won't stop.
And that does it, brothers and sisters, for the live broadcast on Most High Monday for this installment on the Science Appliance Series called Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs Virus. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I hope the show gave you great edification. And I hope that you are going to be aware and prepared for this Operation Depop and for the shenanigans and this long legacy of lies to keep you deaf, dumb, and blind from the truth of the Most High. So this is ORRA the Informationalist saying peace, love, and light. And when you live in the present, baby, there's always an opportunity for a new beginning. So don't look for the light at the end of the tunnel, brothers and sisters. Why? Because the light is and always will be within you. So light up the tunnel and find your way through the darkness. Shalom.
Looking for ransom.